Hello there, it's Gadget the Gathering here to talk more about Magic the Gathering in part 2 of the Mohawks deck. As I mentioned in part 1, this deck is built around Momo, Friendly Fire as the Mo and Mohawk, and many copies of the Hawk and Mohawk, Tempest Hawk. But my deck building process was a little different than normal. See, I started off adding a bunch of planes and a bunch of Tempest Hawks to the deck, and then Momo, and that was just the whole thing. I figured I wanted the vibe of the deck to be if I cast only Momo and then Tempest Hawks for the rest of the game, I'll be happy. So the only way that I'm adding a card that isn't Tempest Hawk is if it's a card that I think I would rather cast than Tempest Hawk. And after doing that over and over again, I got down to 36 Tempest Hawks left in the deck, as well as a lot of cool and thematic pieces that I'm really happy to have in my deck. And you may also notice that most of the stuff, even outside of Tempest Hawks, costs 3 mana. And I guess you could say I have a little bit more 3-drops than your average deck. But one of the things I decided when building this deck is I wasn't going to build for power level, I was going to build to play the deck that I wanted to play. And if that means playing a bunch of 3-drops every turn, then that's what I'm going to do. All of these other cards are things that help me with that 3-drop plan. And also Holy Cow, because Holy Cow. It's Holy Cow. We got another Momo in the deck, we've got some stuff that draws me cards, a little bit of interaction in the form of Aven Interrupter, and Aerial Extortionist that are still flyers but will fill the interaction thing. Magus of the Moat will give me a little bit of protection, and it's thematic that only my flyers can be able to attack for the rest of the game, and I think it's going to turn out pretty cool. And with Momo being ramp in the command zone, I didn't have to add that many things that gave me money. I didn't even put Soul Ring in the deck because I figured every single game I want to cast Momo on turn 1, I don't want anything to compete with that, so Momo is the only one drop in the deck. The deck isn't going to be super powerful, and it's not going to be very complicated like a lot of my decks are, so I'm not going to be chewing a bunch of clock time, and I think it'll be a good break from my normal playstyle for a deck that I really had a good time building. As always, you can find the link to my Mox build in my bio if you want to check out the deck for yourself. Like and subscribe, we'll see you in the next one.